everyone. First of all, I want to apologize that I did not get an exercise video posted on Wednesday of this past week, and I do apologize for that. And I want to be transparent with you on why that did not happen. As many of you know, I have been dealing with an arthritis flare, and it has really wreaked havoc on me this past week up until today. So while I was doing things and taking care of my kids and functioning and stuff, I was totally zapped. It wasn't just joint pain, it was muscular pain, and it was just inflammation all over my body. But visit to the doctor. I'm on some short-term medication to help get the inflammation to diminish, and it seems to be working. So get some of my movement back. But you know, when you have pain in your body, it not only affects you physically, it affects you mentally. And so it is just a barrier. You know, it was a week of overcoming. It was a week of overcoming and hoping and anticipation of the morning that I would wake up and I would not have that pain. And which leads me to a little story that I want to share with you guys. I will be putting up exercise videos. I'm going to start loading them up every Monday, and that way you have it to carry you through the week. Okay, so I hope that's okay with everyone. But I do want to share a story with you. When I come into my house, you can see my front door behind me. I walk into a hallway, and I turn to my living room, and on the wall in front of me, there is a beach painting that I have had for many, 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 many years. We won't even talk about it. It's hung in friends' houses for years and then come back to me, so it's hanging in my living room. So when I come around that corner that you see behind me, it's the first thing I see. And it's peaceful, it's serene, it's calming, it's the ocean, palm trees, there's a seagull flying. So it's a very serene and calming painting. So, and it's quite large. So one day I walked in though, and when I turned and I saw the painting, I just had this vision that popped into my mind of a sunflower, a giant sunflower, blue skies, the ocean, and the sunrise way down on the bottom of the ocean. And that image has just never left me. Now, I'm not an artist, but I do like to paint. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that. I do have some good friends who are artists though, so they may be getting a phone call from me. But anyway, that image has never left my mind. And so this morning, in particular, I woke up and it was just flooding my mind. The sunflower, that image of that painting that I was just visualizing on my wall. And I thought, you know, God, I just keep seeing this sunflower. What is the significance of it? So, me being the person that I am, I Googled it. And I just want to share with you a few things that I found online about the sunflower. Okay? Sunflowers symbolize adoration, loyalty, and longevity. Much of the meaning of sunflowers stems from its namesake, the sun itself. Sunflowers are known for being happy flowers, making them the perfect gift to bring joy to someone's day. Okay, so I kept going, and I found this. I looked up, what do sunflowers represent spiritually? And the sunflower's yellow color symbolizes vitality, intelligence, and happiness. Sunflowers also symbolize worship and faithfulness in various religions because of their resemblance to the sun, which is associated with spiritual knowledge and the desire to seek light and truth. I kept going, and this was I'm going to save these two. Let me see if I can enlarge this. This was interesting. It's the only flower with flower in its actual name, and I'm not going to go into the scientific name of it, but anyway, it's combination of one part of the scientific name means sun and the other means flower. So But they are a symbol of faith, loyalty, adoration. That was in the other part. But this is what, these next two things are what really intrigued me. They follow the movement of the sun across the sky from east to west. And in this process is known as, if I can say it, heliotropism. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. But here's the other part that really stood out to me. At night, in the absence of the sun, the sunflowers face east again, anticipating the sun's return. They do this until they are old, when they stop moving. And then always facing east, the old flowers await visits from insects that will spread their pollen and make new sunflowers. Those flowers too will follow the sun. Wow, you know, that just spoke volumes to me. It spoke volumes to me, and I was just so thankful that God showed me a sunflower. Because, I'm sorry I'm emotional, but this was just huge for me at this time in my life. And it should be huge for all of us. And they stand in unity. They don't just individually, or some of them. If you see a sunflower field, they're all facing in unity, following the sun across the sky from the moment that it rises till the moment that it sets. And then they immediately turn in anticipation of the sun's return. Now, I know that as a Christian, I wait in anticipation of God's return and for us to all be in heaven and glory and away from the hardships and pain and suffering of this world. But while we're here fulfilling our purpose and walking in our purpose, oh my goodness, you know, it's like I have always loved the sunrise. I think sunsets are absolutely beautiful. And the reality of it is that when we see a sunset here, it's a sunrise in another part of the world. Isn't that cool? So, but I love watching the sun come up. And if you've ever been to the beach and you've been out before the sunrise and you watch it come up, it is the most magnificent, majestic thing. And you know, that is like the Son of God in our life. The Son of God in our life. You know, to worship Him and to just adore Him, and the anticipation of what He is giving us with the beginning of every new day is just so amazing and beautiful. It's like, you know what, yesterday, this past week, might have been a bad week for a lot of us. There was bad weather, there were storms, there were tornadoes, there were deaths, there was sickness, there's all kinds of stuff. I'm not the only person, and neither are you. There are bad things happening in this world every day. But the one thing that I, as a believer, and if you're a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, and we just celebrated His death and resurrection, you know, if you're a believer in that, the sun rises. He arose from the dead, and He arises and rises up in our lives daily. You know, I just want to encourage you to get up in the mornings, and I know that's hard. It was so hard for me this week, just to overcome things, because I love to get up early. When the sun sets, I'm ready for bed. When it's dark outside, I shut down. But when the sun comes up, I come to life. And I am so thankful for every new day that God gives me, because it's a teaching moment, it's an opportunity, it's a day to spend and worship Him and in everything that you do. So I want to encourage you that just like the sunflower, when the sun rises, follow Him. Keep your eyes focused on the sun. Keep your eyes focused on the sun every waking moment. The sunflowers, they don't turn, they follow Him over the course of their day. And when the sun sets, they turn in anticipation of following him the rest of the next day too. And this is what they do. And so I just want to encourage you, follow the sun. When you wake up in the morning, give thanks for the opportunity to take another breath, to live, to love, and to worship the Lord, and to share his love. Share his love. It can be as simple as a smile on your face. And just letting the love of God flow through you. Because you know what? He dwells inside us. So just, enjoy the life that God has given you. And don't take it for granted. And be sure and ask him, what can I do for you today, Lord? How can I serve you? And he'll respond. But today, I am just so thankful for the sunflower, and I'm going to get that painting, exactly what I saw. I'm going to get it. If I have to do it myself, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to put it on my wall. And when I do, I'll show it to you. Okay? So thanks, and have an absolutely beautiful, sunshining day.